Listen, it hasn't been a perfect season so far for us. It's been some rough patches where we traded Mason Awar and Wilson Contreras for Chris Campos, but then we flipped him because he wasn't working after we got him from the White Sox. We also traded Jaquan Stewart for Andy Rodriguez for the Red Sox. Ian Anderson moved to the bullpen. And then we also picked up Gabriel Gonzalez, who's not a bad left fielder. He's just young, inexperienced, and all that. But we did call up Todd Ortiz, and that's where I'm going to show you a little bit of his debut. Listen, from what you saw earlier, Robert made some trades because, listen, he's not afraid to make changes in early April, early May. That's just how he rolls because he wants to compete. And he knows that these guys can play better. So he called up Todd Ortiz, who is the third best prospect in all of baseball. Do you think he's ready? Maybe. But listen, you got to try. So he's going to make his debut against the Mets. I mean, what better way to make your MLB debut Mother's Day at home against a division rival? Rematch of the NL pennant too. Plus, we're only a couple of games back of the Mets as we are 20-19. As Todd Ortiz is going to pitch. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of his career. Meanwhile, our other rookie, Phil Watkins, he's already been set down once. He only has 3 RBIs so far in this young year. No home runs at all, but he's not a big home run hitter. Hey, Todd Ortiz killed it. 5 innings, 3 hits, including a home run from Mr. Luis Robert Jr., but 5 strikeouts. Hell of a debut, and Kevin Soriano did his thing. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 2 2-run shots, and then Phil Watkins with the sac fly. Alright, we are here at the draft. Hi. For those who haven't seen my face. We have the 30th pick, spoiler alert, because we were the World Series champs, but with the number 1 overall pick, Sergio gets picked. We didn't have him high on our board. I get it, he's 18. He could be the once-in-a-generation prospect that, hasn't been thought out in this series so far, as the number 2 pick, the Detroit Tigers select Manuel Castillo. Ooh. We did not have him high on our draft board at all. And the 3rd pick, the Diamondbacks select Jose Blanco. So really, he's the only guy that was high on our draft board. But yeah, I mean, let's just send him to our pick. All right, so we have the 30th pick. And I'm down between Estevan, who doesn't have a terrible contact, or we go with Alexander Gomez. It's really kind of a toss-up. I mean, this guy, I kind of want to go with him, because it's kind of crazy to me that, some of these guys are just left here. Like Ernesto, Rich Morales, Jim, Ozzy. Like so many of these guys just left out here. I don't think it will hurt to draft him. He's supposed to be the number 1 overall player. Why not? We'll take Alexander Gomez. Ooh, I did not realize. Let me. Whoop. There we go. All right, we will take Alexander Gomez. Basically with the 60th pick. He seems like a very, very good kid. Let's do it. Back-to-back. Whatever they are. So we have 3 second-round picks. Oh, wow. All right. PJ doesn't seem that good. kind of want to go with Ken Maxey, but we'll see. All right, we're going to rock with Ken Maxey. See how it goes. Yeah, all right. And I'm leaning towards... I don't know. Not Felipe. Maybe Miguel. Yeah, I like Miguel. We'll take Miguel. Then we're going to take Bryant Francisco. 21-year-old shortstop. All right, we're going to try to sign our draft picks. 4th round, Felipe. He says yes. All right, cool. Manuel Francisco says yeah, cool. 5th round pick, that's all right. We don't really need him. Gomez. All right, he's being a little greedy. We'll offer him. Brian Francisco says yes. 6th round pick declines. All right. All right, quickly showing the All-Stars. Yeah, that's right. Jay Gardner was the ace of the All-Star game. I don't know what it is, but apparently our number 3 pitcher just does phenomenal because he's 11-3, 2.57 ERA. He's absolutely killing it right now. Really, the come up, it's incredible. We had Alexis Diaz as well. He has 3 blown saves out of 26-ish opportunities. Not terrible. We did not have a catcher. We did not have a first baseman. Miles Dwyer barely just missed it. No third baseman. No Matt Lehman. Bamil Benjamin. I told you, if this guy stays healthy, he's an all-star caliber guy. 15 home runs, 47 RBIs. He's having a career year, and he's already almost totaled the most games he's played in a career. Only 22 years old, too. Elijah Green, kind of keeping up, being the guy. I mean, what an amazing turnaround he's had. So shout out to Elijah Green. Kevin Soriano, of course you knew he was going to make it. 19 home runs, 52 RBIs, hitting .308. Don't know why he's declining, but hey, the MVP's an all-star again. And Suzuki as well. Not terrible. All right, so Suzuki leads us with 109 hits. Soriano with 103. Then Miles Dwyer. Home runs, Soriano, Suzuki, Andrew Vaughn. He hasn't been great, but, you know. Then Will Benjamin with 15. Elijah Green 14. Miles Dwyer from 9. Matt Lehman's kind of had a down year in terms of hitting. It's kind of crazy to think about at 22 years old. Again, hitting 300, phenomenal, but it's kind of been a down year for him. Drake Baldwin has made us consider possibly getting another catcher. Royce Lewis hitting solid. Robert Faulkner, we're kind of seeing who he is. Just a pretty good role guy. Gabriel Gonzalez, he got called up. You're kind of seeing flashes, but not really. And then Phil Watkins, you know, hasn't done terrible, hasn't done too great. It is what it is. Pitching, Jesus Luzardo probably would have made it, but he also hurt his elbow. But those are the top 2 guys. ERA-wise, did not mean to do career. Sorry. ERA-wise, Todd Ortiz does have the highest, but he got absolutely shelled one game against the Braves. But other than that, I don't think he's done terrible. Like 34 earned runs. He does give up hits, but to me, he got shelled once or twice and has been 50-50. Jordan Hicks, Caesar got rocked once. Not a lot of innings for Jared Booker. Maybe we got to put him back in the closer spot because I don't think he's the relief pitcher. Ian Anderson, kind of not living up to the signing. Dylan Lesko really struggling after a Cy Young-esque year last year. Garrett Crochet, not too bad. Andy Rodriguez, not bad, holding it down. The fact that he had 20 losses last year, to me, he's shown improvement. Yeah. So there's that. In terms of starting pitching, Anderson has the most losses with Lesko. Dot Ortiz hasn't done too terrible. And then pitching wise, Clark Schmidt's been doing his thing. Jorge, he doesn't get a lot of innings clearly. Same thing with Caesar, but it's really just Hicks, whatnot. Catching, that's probably our biggest flaw. I would say also first base. Miles Dwyer's holding down at second. Phil Watkins, I think we need to go get a third baseman. And then I think we're good after that. In terms of kind of prospects slowly coming up, Greg McGowan, who was a top 5 pick, probably our top pitching. He's kind of getting there. I think I'm going to keep him down for one more year, 2 max. But the 2.8 ERA is not terrible. Ernesto, I think we kind of, he's 50-50. Larry, who we traded from Boston, I believe. Yeah, Boston, who didn't pitch terrible. We kind of kept him down. Wayne Owens, who we traded from the Padres, he hasn't done terrible. And then Quentin Chambers, a little bit of the disappointment, but not really. So, but either way, not the ideal. But like, look at our bullpen. Like Diego Cortez, he's been killing it. Alberto Santiago, he's been killing it. Alfonso De La Villar, been killing it. Jesse Tucker, who's like a D, he's been killing it. Kenju was killing it before he had shoulder separation, but Blake's been doing okay. Ronald's been doing okay. Richard Yamaguchi, I think we're kind of realizing he could be the utility guy. I might call him up over Phil Watkins to be the third baseman. And then Brandon was killing it until he tore his hamstring. Last year's first round pick. But again, he's 18, so I'm not super duper worried. Wander Javier, who did have a couple at bats in the major leagues. Not terrible. Pete Tupman, not blowing me away. So, yeah, there's that. I'm glad our farm systems are killing it. 50-31. We're 49-41. And then 51-36. I mean, if we look at... Oh, did not mean to do that. If we look at the standings, like, I kind of figured, listen, the Mets are going to be dominant. They have one of the best lineups. They got, Juan Soto. They got Pete Alonso. They got Luis Roberts Jr. Like, they're going to be stacked. Clearly, you can see that. Obviously, we're scrapping with the Marlins and kind of the Braves. The Phillies are slowly getting out of it. The Brewers, they seem the dominant team. The Dodgers, the dominant team. So it's us, the Pirates, the Marlins, the Rockies, Braves, Cards. Excuse me. All battling for the wild card supremacy entering the second half. Yankees and the defending AL East, or defending American League champs, Orioles are struggling. Guardians are doing their thing. Royals, Twins, they're kind of... Rangers, Angels, and Astros are all competing, and for the wild card, it's Rangers, Angels, Astros, Orioles, Rays, Royals, Twins, Mariners, Blue Jays, all kind of competing. Like, really, it's just like the Red Sox that are not competing at all. Kind of crazy. And we got Rich Yamaguchi making his major league debut. He will be playing second for now. For today's game, Willis Lewis is kind of going to be there for third base, but yeah, I figured why not give the guy a shot. Worst case scenario. Alright, Richard Yamaguchi is now up. Again, Shane Beamer follows that one off. Number 26. I don't know why. They always flip-flop. Like, I've seen so many guys wear number 26. I hate the switching jerseys. And Richard Yamaguchi! First hit of the big leagues, and it's gonna be a double. You'll love to see it. Oh, I love it. Like, I don't want to say he's nothing special, because he's solid. Like, I could see him as a borderline all-star guy. Like, a guy that may not make a lot of all-star games, but you're like, man, like, he's an underrated player. Like, that's how I see Richard Yamaguchi, because That's one of the reasons why I traded for him, because he's like, well, he could be a really, 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 really good utility guy, or he could be, I don't want to say middle of the pack, but kind of like, hey, like, he's not top 10 as Milt Benjamin knocks him in. He's not like maybe top 15, top 20 at whatever position he plays. Maybe we move Miles Dwyer to third? I don't know. But I get it's one hit. You know, let's not overreact, but I like his stuff overall, to me, personally. Oh, what a snag. Back up with Mr. Yamaguchi. He's going to take ball one. I'll take it. Former Kansas City Royal prospect. I wish I knew what, when he was drafted, Yamaguchi, can he reach? No, he cannot. All right, so 1 for 2 so far. All right, can we get an opportunity? Milt Benjamin hit a 2-run shot, but can Yamaguchi get his first career Major League RBI? He's going to take strike one. Okay, so he was a 2nd-round pick in the very first draft. Okay, I didn't know that. So it seems like we've picked up a lot of guys from that draft. Milt Benjamin was a 1st-round pick. Matt Lehman was a 1st-round pick. Jay Gardner was a 1st-round pick. And Yamaguchi was a 2nd-round pick. I mean, probably in older episodes, you probably saw me be like, oh, Richard Yamaguchi. Yeah, okay. Oh, what a snag by 19, man. So Richard Yamaguchi went 1 for 3 in his debut. I don't think that's terrible. Milt Benjamin had 3 RBIs and a home run. Dylan Lesko actually kind of pitched like the 6 walks I don't like, but he actually pitched like a Cy Young contending pitcher. What's up? I'm back. I figured when it's not game action, you see this beautiful face, be more interactive. All right. So, contract extensions. I'm going to say yes to Mr. Todd Ortiz. Boom. We get it out of the way. I think Larry, we sign him as well. Boom. Get that out of the way. Andy Rodriguez. All right. We'll sign him to a 2-year deal. Boom. There we go. Jorge, I'm going to say yes for now. I'm only going to give him a 1-year deal next year. But just boost. There. 2-year deal. Boom. We're done. Alexis Diaz, I don't want to give a 31-year-old that much money. I am going to sign Dylan for that. Drake Baldwin, we'll give him a 2-year contract extension. Richard Yamaguchi, we'll give him a 2-year deal. Gabriel, we'll give him a 2-year deal. Or 2-year deal. So really, Jesus Luzardo, it's interesting because he is going to be 30. He has pitched pretty solid. I think I'm going to give him a 2-year extension or 1-year extension worth 11 or 12 million. 2 years. There we go. Done deal. Boom. Got it. All right. Before I show you the first 2 games of the Mets series, because I figure I will show you the 2 games. That will be the end of the sort of this episode, because I will be playing the Mets games because obviously they're interesting. But we're at the trade deadline. So Henry Davis. Don't know why they're trying to trade him, but I guess he's going to be, yeah. So they're going to try to get rid of him. Owen Cassie, don't really know why they're going to get rid of him. Sean Mendoza, don't really know why they're going to try to get rid of him. Josh Jung, we do need kind of a third baseman, but he's been hitting horrible, so no thanks. Zach Johnson, maybe. Probably not, though. Brooks Lee really can't play third. Buddy Kennedy, who literally, this is his first year playing since 20, so he's been out of the majors forever. The Dodgers, Davis Martin maybe, but even then, it's like, eh. Giants, oh, CJ Abrams, I laugh. The defending American League champs are putting up Pete Crow. Harold Ramirez doesn't seem terrible. Nasty Nestor, which he's kind of aging. Do we really want him? Carson Williams. We could go after Chase Dilla, the former Guardian. We could go for the big, but like I don't want to take Alejandro Kirk's contract. That's the thing. The former American League Rookie of the Year, along with Kevin Serrano, Lucius Black. We can go after him. Which Jace Jung. Jeter Downs, the former Natty, who kind of can't hit for poop. Nick Pronto, not terrible. Lance, Jacob Melton, we could go after him. J.P. Crawford, Ryan McMahon, who's an $8 million contract, which I'm leaning towards Ryan McMahon to make that push. We could Jose, but really we don't. Shane, we could go after Shane as well. Dennis Santana, we could go after Jonah Heim, Bubba Thompson, Zach Geloff, who was a former A. Not Kevin Prada. I don't know. Alright, so I think what we can do is try to go after Ryan McMahon. And let's see, they need a closer. But we're not going to give him Alexis Diaz like that. No. But they do need a second baseman. Again, we're not going to let Richard Yamaguchi go. They're not going to let JJ walk. But we could give him. And then we can also let Gabriel go. Kind of let him do his thing with the Angels. But we need a third baseman. So I say let's pull the trigger. Ryan McMahon, welcome to the Nationals. So straight up, Jonah Heim. I think they're trying to get out of cap hell too. But listen, he could be a 2-year guy. I know he's 32, but I'm trying to make a playoff push. Drake Baldwin, I love the guy. I don't think he's going to cut it. So, boom. We're making this trade. Let's do it. Actually, I'll probably show you this. This is probably the last game I'll play in. Kevin Soriano. Moonshot. You already know, 20th home run. I'll show you this. Show the debuts of the trades. And then I think roughly next episode will roughly be towards September to make the playoff push. So we'll show Ryan McMahon his debut with the Nationals. Richard Yamaguchi, we missed his first career home run. That kind of sucks. But it is what it is. McMahon's going to fly out to Juan Soto. Jonah Heim, he has a double already in his debut. That was a foul ball. But listen, we're kind of making the playoff. I mean, we're a wild card team, but to me, we're trying to win the division. All right, we're kind of pushing towards, hey, we need to win the division. So let's go win the division. It's kind of my logic. Plus, I get the pitching. We probably will upgrade our pitching. Potentially as Jonah Heim hits that over the wall. Well, off the wall. And Jonah Heim He's going to get his first RBI as a National. It's 4-1, top of the 7th, as Kevin Soriano, he's going to knock a man in to make it 5-1. We love Kevin Soriano in this series. I don't have a lot. I mean, I do have a lot of words, but it's just, dude's just nasty. Series favorite. Everyone loves him. He's one of the best guys. Simple as that. You know, he obviously, you know, being the NL MVP, but I don't think we would be as nearly as good last year without him. Excuse me, but yeah, man, it's crazy to think about. This is probably stupid of me to go, and yeah, oh well. They almost got us, but shout out Mill Benjamin for hitting a 3-run shot. But yeah, Kevin Soriano, 3-5, home run, double. Jay Gardner, kind of proven I mean, the 8 hits isn't the worst thing in the world, but he's kind of proven, hey, maybe he belongs in the Cy Young conversation. Yeah, next episode I will show you any trade deadline acquisitions that happen, but we will definitely play a game or two in August, and then probably the rest of September at least. Get through that. Because I definitely want to play against the Yankees. I love playing against the Bronx. They're my favorite team. So, yeah. But if you made it this far in the video, you guys are awesome. And until the next time, you guys have a good one. Peace.